What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Welcome to a new episode of Phenomenal Views, and of course, I'm your host, Nick Smith, and this is a review for a book I've been wanting to do for a long time, Meg Origins. I finally got to read this book, and I'm so glad to be able to finally talk about it, so let's get going. So, Meg Origins. Okay, so I normally don't go into the prologue of these books, any books that I've reviewed. I barely ever go into the prologue. But I just thought that this one was so good because this prologue sets up just how much of a mystery and how big of a place the Marianas Trench is, and we are actually given a little bit of a history lesson of a ship called the NSS Challenger, as you see, and they actually do discover the deepest part of the Marianas Trench, which they actually name it the Challenger Deep, and they find some extinct Megalodon teeth, and they actually even make a reference to Jaws by saying, we're going to need a bigger boat. And they even do talk about in the prologue about like if the Megalodon is actually still alive or not, setting up the mystery of the Megalodon itself. And I thought that was just something that was done really well. Suspense. Steve Alton in both this book and The Lock has a great ability of building suspense. In this book, he makes us feel not only paranoia, but fear, and also a sense of belonging. Like we do not belong in this world of when our characters descend into the Marianas Trench and go beyond that of the sea cliff, which leads to the deeper part of the Marianas Trench, and you just have this feeling of fear, of suspense, of mystery and wonder, and especially for especially for Jonas Taylor, who in this book struggles with a lot of this. In the book, he does struggle with claustrophobia, being in such a small submarine and going just into like this other world where it basically feels like you're completely alone in this dark, empty world. Once again, talking about the Marianas Trench, it is built up, like I said earlier, as this other world that man has not been able to fully explore, and that is because of how deep it is. And just whenever I hear or whenever I read something that talks about a place that's just untouched by man, it makes me think of the book Jurassic. It makes me think of the novel Jurassic Park and the book The Lost World, and talking about how the park is something where even though it is made by man, it's something that you should not be messing around with. Like how they should not be messing around with the Megalodon, they should not be messing with the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. And in The Lost World, the island of Isla Sorna, you just feel like this is a place that is untouched by man that we should not be messing with. And the Marianas Trench, Steve Alton does a magnificent job of just making you feel like this is just something we should not mess with. It is a place we should not go. It is just something that needs just to be left alone. Characters. In this book, we are introduced to the character of Jonas Taylor, who is at the high point of his career, and he is a aquanaut. That is basically someone who dives, who takes dives, obviously because of the word aqua. But in this book, he is mentally and physically tired from doing so many dives, and he does this for the Navy, but they keep telling him, we want you to make one last dive. We need to go back down there one more time. But Jonas just feels like it's just something that he does not have the ability to do. He needs to rest, but they keep saying, no, we need to go back down there soon, and we need you to do it. Otherwise, we're going to get somebody else to do it. We're going to get your understudy to do it. And Jonas is like, I know that if you guys send him down there, it's not going to go good. So I'm the only person who has to go, but he doesn't want to go. And everybody is basically telling him to quit complaining and do the dive. And the thing is, like, a dive like this can be very exhausting on the body because it takes, I believe they say in the book, it takes at least like 4 hours or maybe 2 hours just to get down to the Marianas Trench. And you just know that them going down there one more time, going deeper, is just something that does not need to be done. And once again, this book is just a great read. The Megalodon. The whole point of this book is about is about the Megalodon, this creature. And Steve Alton, once again, does a magnificent job of building up this creature. It builds it as, once again, as it says in the text, a mystery and something that should be left alone. But it, like in Jaws, the shark is not revealed for some time, and whenever it's swimming around, stalking its prey, it's kept in the shadows. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I wonder what this thing looks like. And it makes you feel like you're in the world of Jaws. We don't see the shark, but even like in the beginning of Jaws, we did not know really what this was. We had a hint of it was a shark attack, but when they're down at the bottom and Jonah sees something swimming around them, it just gets you like in this state of, holy crap, something bad is going to go down. They have discovered something. And this is just like with the scene in Jurassic Park with the raptors and how they hunt and how vicious they are. This book takes the Meg and makes it a character like that of the T-Rex in the Jurassic Park movie. Overall conclusion, this book I do strongly recommend because it is like that of Jurassic Park and of The Lost World, and even Stephen Alton's book, The Lock. This book has great suspense, it has great scares, it has a great mystery to it, and it builds up to the first actual book, Meg, A Novel of Deep Terror, which I cannot wait to review, and I am going to be reviewing that very soon. But guys, I strongly recommend that you pick up this book. The only way that I know that this book is available either is online, or if you get the expansion of Meg, A Novel of Deep Terror, it actually comes with Meg Origins first. And it's not that many chapters, it's like maybe 8 chapters or something, but that's like that's the reason why I give it a 9 out of 10, is because I would have liked if the book was a little bit longer, but it does set up for Meg, A Novel of Deep Terror, and it kind of reminds me of that of The Lost World, where this book has something tragic happen, and then years later we're introduced to that character and how he goes through something. It's like Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park and The Lost World. Something happens to him, and then years later he is back and he is thrown into the world of the dinosaurs. And I cannot wait to go into depth about Meg, A Novel of Deep Terror and how much I love that book. But guys, let's get this video some likes. If you like this review, put in the comments below, what is your favorite part about Meg Origins? What is your favorite Stephen Alton book? I really want to know. Guys, I cannot wait to have some more videos for you this year. I'm going to be doing some more book reviews. I cannot wait to review Meg, A Novel of Deep Terror. I certainly cannot wait to start reading The Trench so I can get that going. I have a bunch of other book reviews planned. Have a good day, guys. And it's snowing, so go enjoy your snow day. Have a good day, guys.